But as we know, ultrasound is not dangerous, there are no risks. Risk-benefit ratio is the risk associated with a potential treatment to one individual, the same for diagnostic test. Concern for ultrasound bioeffect. Of course, if ultrasound is dangerous, if ultrasound can produce damage in the fetus, this fetus is going to have this problem for a lot of years. This is one of the concerns of ultrasound in pregnant women. There are a lot of epidemiological studies and they evaluate some factor. Birth weight is normal, the birth weight in a baby that got ultrasound. There are anomalies when this fetus born. The neurological development is normal. There are more cancer, hearing problems. This is the most common, but they can study anything about the newborns and also in the development of the individuals. There are some limitations of the epidemiological studies. The first limitation are the studies are often retrospective, are in the past with other machines, sometimes are not the same machine that we are using in this moment. Some of these studies also have ambiguities in the data. No two hospitals take exactly the same data. When you take the data from medical charts of from medical information, not all the information is recorded in the same form. Another thing with the limitation of epidemiological studies, you have no enough information about the mother. You don't know if bad outcome of the fetus is produced by other factors like the mother smoke, or the mother drink, or the mother have genetical problem previous to the examination. When you have a fetus with problem and this fetus got ultrasound, you must discard the problem of the fetus was not produced by other factors. But the clinical use 40 years for ultrasound cannot establish adverse effects from exposure to diagnosis ultrasound. 40 years of investigation cannot demonstrate ultrasound is dangerous. Randomized clinical studies, that is the best study with a very good methodology, are not find nothing in 40 years. Studying this methodology show no evidence, let me be clear, no evidence that ultrasound can produce effect in birth weight in humans. There are not association in diagnostic ultrasound with any other adverse effects in all the epidemiological studies about if ultrasound is safe or not. Also, there are studies called in vivo and in vitro. In vivo means that the experimentation was doing in live tissue, in animals. Of course, this is the first example that we see the lungs of the rabbit. This is an in vivo experiment. They put ultrasound a lot of time with high energy in the lungs of a rabbit and produce damage. This is in vivo. Not confirmed significant thermal biological effects are now below 100 milliwatt square centimeter or 1 watt square centimeter spatial peak time average. And this is intensities that in general diagnostic ultrasound don't get. It's too much energy. Diagnostic ultrasound don't get these levels of energy. In vitro, of the contrary, mean that you are going to make the experiment in test tube in a controlled environment, not in an animal. The advantage of the in vitro study are you can measure very careful and make very rigorous experimental conditions. The disadvantage, as not always that happen in vitro, are similar that happen in vivo. But not bioeffects are observed in vitro must be considered real. Not confirmed biological effect on patient or instrument operator, that are us, is caused by exposure are typical diagnostic ultrasound intensities never was being reported. This is very important. Ultrasound is safe. The benefit of patient with prudent use of the diagnostic is good because ultrasound have no significant risk at the normal levels we use. This is a very interesting case that happened maybe 2 or 3 years. This actor have the pregnant woman of the actor, and the actor, this person get a ultrasound machine to look by himself the baby in his wife. There are a lot of critics about this. Some people say that was dangerous, other people say that was safe, and there are a lot of discussions in the scientific area and also in the social area about the decision of Tom Cruise to buy an ultrasound machine to monitor himself, his baby. Some people say that there are many abnormalities that can be missed by the untrained eye. This is logical. Tom Cruise cannot diagnose fetal or embryo problems. He is not a sonographer. He is not a doctor, but this is not the problem. I know he have enough money to go to the best doctor and the best sonographers in the United States. He is not the reason Cruise buy a machine. He want enjoy his baby with